Iost. So Iost currently sitting at half a cent. This had a ton of momentum in the last bull cycle. The question is can it get back to its previous high? That's an interesting one, but I do think this is going to still have a pretty good year. I mean, at the moment, everything looks pretty good. Charles Hoskinson's obviously been moved into the Trump administration in some way, shape or form to help write policy for crypto. We've got Musk part of his team. Looks like we're going to have a very pro-crypto time. So markets look justifiably buoyed, but we'll take a look at Iost in this video. Before I get into it though, guys, if you're new here and you don't know what the spreadsheet is, it shows the first 26 coins that I did videos about on the channel. Now, in all the videos, I showed myself buying up these cryptos. They were coins that I thought were going to make me a lot of cash. You can see what they were all worth when I recorded the videos. You can also see the highs that they all hit in under a year and a half. And these are actually what your profits would have been. If you'd put $100 into the coins when I released the videos, all you would have had to do is sit on those coins for 15, 16 months, sell them, and these are what your profits would have been. So your total profit in under a year and a half would have been over 123 grand. Now, obviously, you don't have a year and a half to sort your portfolios out. We're in a bull cycle right now. Bitcoin's just touching 80 grand at time of recording this vid. And if you're holding coins you're not confident in, it's probably because they're not going to make you any money. So getting your portfolio sorted has to be a number one priority for everyone right now because these markets are ripping. So if you're not confident in the coins you own, have a look at copymycrypto.com. That's the site I run where I share my entire portfolio with my members. Whenever I'm ready to buy or sell any coin, I tell my members the coin that I'm going to buy or sell, the price I'm going to do it at. So my members can copy along exactly, means they have no work and they make the exact same profit as me. On the site, you'll see what the profits my members have made. You can read their testimonials. You can verify it all as well because it's all public record. If you like what you see, guys, it is worth trying out this site before these markets rip more. So Iost, up about 7.5% today. Everything has been kind of pumping. This is a Sunday at time of recording. Now, it's only been through one bull cycle. I don't count this as a bull cycle because it literally launched right at the end of the 2017-18 cycle, had a huge pump and then pulled back. In the last bull cycle, it did do quite well. You know, it hit over 8 cents. Now, when we take a look, its all-time high was when it launched at 13 cents. Can it get back to that level? I think it's unlikely. But Iost is on Binance. It isn't on Coinbase, so potentially, is there a Coinbase listing potential? I think it's unlikely. I'll say that because I don't think right now volume is good enough to justify a Coinbase listing. Now, Iost is what described as an ultra-fast, fully fledged decentralized blockchain network. It runs its own nodes, it's got wallets, and it's based on the next-gen consensus protocol dubbed Proof of Believability. The founders of Iost are Jimmy Zong, Terrence Wang, Justin Lee, Ray Zhao, Sa Wang, and Kevin Tan. Zong has founded tech startups in the US and China. After his university days, he returned to Beijing and he co-founded Iost, among other projects. Wang has previous experience serving as an Uber software engineer, holds a degree in computer science from the University of Minnesota and a master's from Princeton. Lee worked as an investment banking associate at Goldman Sachs and a data scientist at Mobike, graduated with a degree in applied mathematics and computer science. Tan was a co-founder at EtherCap, while he received a degree in computer science from Tsinghua University. I'm sorry if I'm butchering that, really did try. And Zhao co-founded Dora alongside Jimmy and Sa, an AI company focused on intelligent kiosks. They have a hell of a resume between all of them. The idea behind Iost is, again, like a highly scalable network that is a competitor to your Ethereums, your Trons, your EOSs. In theory, Iost can process up to 100,000 transactions per second. Now, to put that into context, that level of throughput would be like rivaling Visa. You know, that would be, they could run a CBDC. They're not. Now, I want to point this out. I don't think Iost are going to. CBDCs really can only be run by about 9 different cryptos as of right now. They're the ones that are compliant with the global messaging standards. There's 9 of them. I always forget one. I always try and do this, and then literally. So Cardano, Hedera, Iota, Quant, XDC, Verge, Stellar, XRP, and again, there's another one that's just left. Did I say Iota? I can't remember. So, Iost won't get that, but in theory it could. And obviously if they became globally compliant, they could. So they are technically running around about 8,000 transactions per second, apparently. Now we will check the Explorer data because usually that gives you a pretty... Usually, depending on obviously, of course, the Explorer. But you usually get some of the information on that. So let's have a little look-see. So ecosystem-wise, where we got Iost, partnerships, bridges, dApps. Well, let's have a look at dApps anyway. And you know what, integration is not a bad one to look at. But let's swing down. There you go, Explorer. So we can get some data. Data's always king. Ecosystem-wise, Iost, I think, is lacking a tad here. You know, especially given that they've been up and around for so long. I would have hoped that they would have had a far bigger ecosystem by now with some stronger DeFi stuff. And given the speed of the network, I thought gaming is perfect here. And they've not really moved on the gaming front. As you can see, you're knocking around nearly 1 billion transactions have been done. All-time high in terms of transactions per second has been 3,388. So it's still smashing Ethereum, but not as close as, but like nowhere close to the 100,000 sort of mark that in theory they can do. A lot of accounts, a lot of holders. And I do remember Iost being discussed by the larger YouTube, crypto YouTube channels back in 2021. So maybe that contributed to some of the pump, but there was definitely excitement. And I do remember a sort of Binance listing that definitely helped in the pump. But it did do very, very well. You know, went from 0.5 cent all the way up to 8 cents. You know, that's good. That's a good move. This most recent bull cycle, you know, kind of back to where it was prior to its big pump in 2021. Now, I think the chances and the probability of a Coinbase listing, like I said, is pretty small because right now numbers aren't great in terms of daily volume. There's a lot of cryptos in the world now. You know, we've got millions and millions and millions. Many of them are doing better volume. Coinbase don't exactly have the largest list of coins on there anyway. So the ones that they put on are going to be based upon volume, based upon what's going to really make them the most money. And I'm not sure Iost fit into that bracket as of right now. I do think, however, with the amount of holders that they've got, with the amount of transactions that can actually get through the network, and with the potential to grow this and really expand into gaming and expand their current DeFi ecosystem, I still think they should get back to pretty good heights. It's also nice and low in terms of price, and while that shouldn't matter because market cap really is what matters, the speculative play is that, you know, it's really, really cheap. So, you know, you could spend $5 and have, you know, 1,000 coins. And the speculation in crypto is quite often, oh, what if it hits $1? You know, you've seen so many Shiba Inu videos. What if it hits $1? It's obviously not going to, but although we all said that with Dogecoin, and Dogecoin looks like it's got a good shot this year. So the speculative nature of it may well mean that you get some retail investors that get back in on Iost, and if it builds a bit of solid momentum, I do think this can get back to maybe 7 cents. I don't think it's going to break previous high of 13 cents. But again, a Coinbase listing would change that. If a Coinbase listing happened, I think it does beat its previous all-time high. The question is will it get that? I think it's unlikely right now based on current volume and based on the excitement in the markets around some other chains that have emerged over the last couple of years. But But yeah, I still think Iost isn't a bad crypto at all. I would just like to see that the development improves on DeFi, on gaming, and really start getting that throughput higher on transactions per second. If you can start rivaling Solana, you've got something that people are going to pay attention to. Now, let me know what you guys think about that in the comments down below. And guys, look, we're in a bull cycle right now, and if you are sitting on cryptos you are not happy with, you've got to get that sorted as soon as possible. If you get onto copymycrypto.com, have a look through the site. That's the site I run where I share my portfolio with my members. Whenever I'm ready to buy or sell any coin, I tell my members the coin that I'm going to buy or sell, price I'm going to do it at. My members can copy along exactly, so they'll make the same profit as me, except they don't have any work to do at all. And again, on the site, you can see what my members have earned. You can read their testimonials, you can verify it all. If after doing that you like what you see, guys, try out the site. You have got nothing to lose and everything to gain before these markets start ripping. I've had coins going up over 130% in the last few days alone. If you want to know what they are, check out the site, guys. And that is it from me, and I'll see you in the next video. Take care. Bye-bye.